Nah, bro, this gotta be one of the craziest stories I've heard this year. This girl right here has over 130,000 followers on here, and she just got found guilty of murder. So what had happened was her mom was cheating on her dad with a man that was 21 years old. He thought she was in the clear, she was being sneaky with it and shit. The whole time dude she was cheating with was recording their interactions. 21-year-old started blackmailing her with the videos and threatening to send them to her husband unless she pays over $3,000. That's where the TikToker comes into play because her mom told her everything that was going on. That's when she started masterminding her evil plan. The mom and the 21-year-old planned their little meetup so they could do the exchange. Whole time they were planning on setting dude up. He felt like something was off, so he pulled off of the parking lot. He never got out of the car. These two cars ended up following them and rammed the 21-year-old and his friend off the road, killing them both. His friend was just an innocent bystander. He got caught in the crossfire. Well, obviously they got charged guilty. They're about to get sentenced next month. I can't just help but feel bad for her husband. Imagine not only finding out your longtime wife is cheating on you, but she roped your daughter into it and they ended up killing someone, and now they're probably gonna get life in prison. Man's lost his whole family in a span of a couple hours.
So instead of coming clean and telling your husband you killed the kid, the lack of accountability is crazy.
Lock his ass up! Lock his ass up! You're going to jail! You're going to jail!
I'm a person with a lot of empathy. I don't even kill fucking ants. Like, I feel bad. I want...
We're doing dorm tours today. Can we get a dorm tour?
Are y'all serious?
Yeah. All right, so tell us about your place.
So here's the sink.
How is this a woman's dorm but the dishes aren't done?
Convince me of your most controversial opinion.
I don't think that guns are relevant to self-defense. We don't have guns in Germany, it's illegal. And we have less school shootings and yeah.
It's just stupid and it doesn't work. You cannot say, oh, because bad people have gun, we can also have to protect ourselves. That's not how it works.
So what if someone like runs up on you? What's your defense?
You can kick him.
She gotta catch this straight. That's tough. She should have wore a vest.
Bringing a shoe to a gunfight is crazy. Imagine trying to kick a person with a gun and next thing you know, you kicking it with Jesus. The only thing dumber than trying to kick a person with a gun is not having a good skincare routine. And that's why I'm happy to say today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. Guys, the reason why I've talked about Tiege Hanley consistently for the past 2 years is one, because I actually use the product and it's worked wonders on my skin. And two, because they continue to give me complete creative control over my content. If you don't already have a skincare routine, Tiege Hanley is without a doubt where you need to start. It's super simple. They give you everything you need and nothing you don't. I recommend you start with the level 1 system that comes with all the basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, a AM moisturizer with SPF 20 for protection from the sun, and then boom, a PM moisturizer right before you go to sleep. Tiege Hanley has over 7,000 positive reviews from customers around the globe. If you still don't believe me, take a look at these results from the customers. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you guys a great deal. Just click the link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. In all seriousness, don't miss out on this deal. Click the link in the description and get started today.
But what about the fact that women want to work? They should have the right, don't you think? Most women want to have a career.
Well, I don't believe that's true. No, I don't believe that for a second. You're telling me what you've been told and what you've been told to believe, not what you actually believe and not what's actually the case. No, I don't believe for a second that most women want to work and most women want to have a career. That's PR, that's propaganda. You can't say honestly that you think that most women want to work and also say that women have equal intelligence as men, because if they have equal intelligence as men, what intelligent person would choose to work if they had a choice not to? I know a man wouldn't, if given the choice. No, I know that most women don't want to work. I don't need to see the statistics. I know that most women don't want to work because I work, so I know what it's like. No, you can only convince a woman or anyone else that it's wonderful, it's just so fulfilling to dress up in business clothes and go to an office all day if they've never worked. You can maybe sell that message to young, inexperienced people, but anyone who has been in the workforce for any length of time will tell you it is not exactly living the dream.
I mean, listen, he not wrong.
Yeah, it was all just a scam to stagnate wages and double the tax base. And as an added bonus, since there's nobody home to imprint the family values on the kids are getting their morals from school and TikTok. Americans are becoming more obese than ever because there's nobody home to cook, so now you gotta eat fast food, and they're slanging more antidepressants than M&M's.
Don't touch my car, please.
What happened is I got a teenage son and they're fucking obsessed with me. They fucking sing my songs in his school. They talk about like how hot of a mom I am. And my son's friends started finding my OnlyFans. So now it's hard for me to promote, and because now my son's going to school like getting teased and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom.
Literally getting dug out. Raw.
At the end, it kind of sounded like she was bragging, and that's weird. Like, the problem ain't that you have a teenage son and you're a hot mom. The problem is you have a teenage son and you do OnlyFans.
Here's a list of things my husband will not let me do because he's trying to protect me. 1, he will not let me stop on the side of the road to help somebody if he's not in the car with me to discern if that's a safe situation or not. 2, he will not let me pump gas at night if I'm alone. No. Either he's gonna pump gas or I need to wait till the next morning, or I should have got it earlier in the day. Lots of creepy stuff happened at the gas station at night. 3, he will not let me wear leggings outside the house if my butt is not covered. He does not want me to be the object of another man's lust. 4, my husband will not let me work for somebody else. Now, I used to work for somebody else, but then he saw how the workplace was negatively affecting me, and then we had kids. He saw how beneficial it was to have the kids at home doing homeschool, learning at their own pace versus inside of the public school system, and the kids don't have to leave my sight so that they will not be abused or molested by a daycare worker or a soccer coach. 5, my husband will not let me spend too much time working on our business at home if it starts to take away from me taking care of the kids or me taking care of the home, because the kids and the home are way more important than any business ever could be. Does it sound like I'm in a controlling marriage? Nope. I am safe here. Please do not take me away from here. Thank you.
That's a W.
Men protect what they love. If a man doesn't give you any rules in your relationship, he doesn't care about the relationship. And I think that's one of the ways dads are so important, because they teach their daughters that's how men love. When a woman doesn't have a dad, they think that any rules that a man puts in place to protect the relationship is just oppression.
Why do you think men are not getting married? That's women. Do you think men have something to do with it as well?
Same thing. I think, well, first and foremost, I think, and I speak out on this, women are not desirable right now. Everyone's a Kim Kardashian clone. I asked you earlier, what don't men want? And you said promiscuity. Well, that seems about the only thing that's being offered right now. When I open my Instagram and I've got butt cheeks and I'm going, people are like, I don't understand why no one wants to marry. This woman's been married 4 times. I'm like, well, I can understand it, because even if men think they want it in the short term, when you see a girl, she's half naked, she looks good. Yeah, sure. You probably do want to have sex with her. I bet you're wired that way. You're hardwired that way. Yeah. But then what happens after you have sex with her and you realize that so did 20 other dudes
100%.
in the same week, you don't want her.
You nailed it. You absolutely not only nailed it. And this is where we're in such a difficult, it's a race to the bottom between the two genders, right? Yeah. As the women act worse, the men act worse by extension. Yeah. Because if you're going to be moral in an immoral world, you're going to end up wrecked. Right. So it's getting harder and harder. So we have to kind of like fix one of the genders first.
Women aren't desirable right now as in the Western hemisphere as a whole. And of course,
finding a wife is hard.
Finding a wife is hard, and it's because women are literally being conditioned to behave like sluts.
The problem is men are designed to compete for procreation, so men are going to do what women respond to. If every woman on the planet says to procreate, you got to have a decent credit score and good moral values, men would do it because we'd have to. But because women seem to like douchebags, more men are becoming douchebags. Couple that with the fact that men have instant access to adult videos and absolutely no incentive to get married, you have a recipe for disaster.